Ladies and gentlemen of social media world, how we doing today? How we doing? Coming to you live from the Ohio Sober Living Network channel. All right, today I want to talk about the Ohio Sober Living Network group. Um, I'm going to be doing on-screen tutorials, kind of give everybody a layout and show them everybody how it works. But I want to take this whole social media game to an entirely different level. With Zuckerberg giving us the whole concept of branding content and page role permissions, want to create the community with the target being addicts, recovering addicts, those in transition from prison, um, and offering services needed to stay sober and or transition to be an active member of society. Kind of came up with this brand and networking concept that will obviously do some good for everybody. It's like a mentorship, uh, kind of a network where you can kind of create a positive atmosphere inside someone's pocket through the Facebook platform. So what we do, what the plan here is, as far as the group goes, the group here, the target demographic being felons, addicts, recovering addicts, those affected by battling their demons and what have you. They go inside this network that we created inside of a network. And what we're doing is the target demographic being these individuals, we are reaching out and seeking community support to get them involved inside this group. And now you can do that with page role permissions, page role permissions, branding content, and you can invite these different resources to this group so that administrative individuals that's in charge of their social media marketing or communications team or what have you can actually access the target demographic with their resources, events, and what have you inside the group. Not to mention the page, which is an entirely different thing that I talked about prior, and I did a couple tutorials, and I'm still doing those for that. This is designated for, this is the group, the target demographic, the group, anybody who's battling with the disease, addiction, sober living, just looking to walk a narrow path. This group is for you. This is where it's at. Now, how I'm getting this off is Divine Management created this group, a non-profit initiative where our main focus will be providing houses for sober living. At the same time, providing addictive recovery resources and tools to those that need them, networking through the various nonprofits and fronts, movements that are out there to help people get into treatment, get sober, stay sober, and what have you. We're off to a good start. We're 45 days in. We have over 500 likes on the page. We got over 100 members in the group, and we're growing. Now, the idea of the group is when I do these page links together and we get this established and we get these groups or these pages involved, these resources involved, it's going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be so awesome. They're not using it they're not using social media to its full potential, mostly because in the business world, everybody's competitive and what have you. But when you link all these resources together, it can be a super effective tool to help those in need, whether it be single fathers, single mothers, someone who lost a family member from an overdose, someone who has been in and out of prison several times, resources that connect them to that even address the kids that are affected through dealing with addiction and whatnot, as well as everybody. The possibilities are endless with this. Now, what I'm doing is I'm seeking out these nonprofits, these movements, these fronts that are supporting positivity, supporting the community, and we're trying to do the same by recognizing their mission, their efforts and fronts on a whole, like another level as far as the social media marketing campaign goes. You know what I mean? But like Project Learn of Summit County, for example, Roberta, she went ahead and she entered the network, the group as a page. So the administrator can actually see what's going on inside the group, and provide resources when needed, if available. You know what I mean? Like that, the connection's there. It's there at someone's disposal. So the whole premise of this is if I go to prison for drugs, or I end up getting arrested for drugs, and I end up in treatment. I get through treatment. I get my certificate. Um, I'm getting ready to move into a transitional housing or sober living housing or whatnot, and I'm about to approach society with the overwhelming pressures of all the nonsense that goes on in one's life, uh, with expectations, the overwhelming feelings, depression, the need, the want to use. They can enter this group, and this group, with the support of others who have, same like AA, share their experiences and what have you, can uplift these individuals. Also, we have outreach programs that are involved that, reinforce positive affirmations to people on a daily basis. You can ask questions in the group on, if you're in need of something, searching for something, whether it be, you know, um, uh, programs for the kids, um, outreach programs, IOP treatment. It's endless. It's been effective. It's been working tremendously well. It's great. And what we want to do is we want to go to each nonprofit that that offers the community resources, for whatever. It does not matter what it is. If it's a positive resource that will help somebody to stay sober, we want them involved. We want everybody to back the movement. Um, we will connect their page into the group so they can offer the support and their services, as well as linking them up on the Facebook page so that when somebody lands on the page, which is almost like your mini website inside the social media platform that can connect everybody to these resources, and they are easily accessible via the social media platform, as well as the mentorship inside the group. Um, I was able to connect one group to our group, which on our page displays that group as well. I'm trying to get people to do that. It's a very new concept that you can do inside of social media. It's only been around since 2015, so it's very new. Nobody's using it for this purpose that I know of yet. So this is a new front as far as how it works, because like I said, it has not been done. Nobody's doing this as far as I do know, which part of it makes me feel like it's awesome. It's up and coming. It's new. It's innovative. It's resourceful. It's now. It's live. You know what I mean? Because and I know this is outside the actual norm of the group, which is what I'm focusing on, but like the whole aspect of how it's used in Messenger. We were blessed to find out that once we connect these pages, like the page roles permissions that we give, will allow them to be able to communicate with others that send messages to the page. So I can make any page connected inside the group, but if anybody ends up becoming an administrator or an editor to the page, when somebody goes to the page and they're seeking help, and everybody that's in that group that has page role permissions will get that message to actually communicate with that individual right then and there, whatever resource it is they need. And that is phenomenal. That is, I mean, I'm kind of going overboard with it, but it's almost as cool as 911. You know what I mean? They can access the information. It's already happened a few times. It worked out beautifully. I was shocked when it happened, as far as I didn't realize that it did that. And I'm glad that it did. I think other individuals that were involved in it and witnessed it feel the same way. And we want this to grow, man. If you take your target demographic and you're like, okay, these are the people that we need to offer our services to, and you can get those people inside of social media where you're 24/7 with the feed, the constant positivity, the reinforcement, the resources, the support inside the group, your recidivism rate will drop, obviously, I would assume. You know what I mean? As far as the whole mentorship aspect of it. So like I said, what we're doing is we're going around to each nonprofit. We've gone to several. We've gotten some support. Some people aren't really too accepting on it. To be honest, in my opinion, some are actually rude, but it is what it is. We won't stop. I won't stop. I definitely won't stop. I'll be coming. Those people that say no to me again, you'll see me in the future. I'm coming back. The model is the project. The project is the model. You get what I'm saying? So as we grow and we continue to grow and show that it's becoming effective and whatnot, they have no choice but to get involved. Because if you're about change and you're trying to help somebody, you're going to want to get involved. That's what it is. That is a fact. And with that, I won't take up too much of your time. I just wanted to let everybody know how effective the group has been. The group is awesome. We're getting a lot of support from a lot of different movements, a lot of different fronts, a lot of nonprofits, and to show that we're appreciative of that. We are running like mini donation video ads, showing their support, getting it into the video traffic on social media, and you know what I'm saying, giving people the option to help them on their fight as far as donating and what have you. It's not a gimmick or a ploy. It's simply just us showing our appreciation, trying to uplift raise up the community. We support one another, man. Anything is possible. The possibilities are endless. That's what it's all about. I don't care if you're a treatment center, if you're a sober living house, if you're an AA meeting, if you're a big book meeting, if you're an NA meeting, an outreach, a ministry, a church. I don't care. We're coming to you and we're asking you if you want to get down, get involved, and help people for real. That's the goal. That's the game plan. That's the mission. I won't take no for an answer. You say no, I'm putting you at the bottom of the list. We're coming back around. We're coming back around. That's what it is. It's working. It's doing great. I implore you, share our stuff. Get it out there. If you know somebody has an issue, you want them in, send us a message. We'll get them in the group. Just to plant the seed. You know what I mean? Whatever it is we do. We're here to help. We're here to. I am my brother's keeper. This is how I'm. This is the movement on how we walk the walk versus talk the talk. That you guys have a good night. And again, check us out. Ohio Sober Living inside of Facebook. Come to the web, on YouTube. Link up with us.